Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. This time with another Schwarzer from the state Brandenburg. This is from another monastery brewery. It's from Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu, located in the town Neuzelle. Klösterliches Braukunst, himmlisch gut seit 1589. That's the slogan of this brewery. And it's a brewery that I haven't reviewed any beer from before, and this is their Schwarzer, which is, it seems to be the most popular beer from this brewery, which is not that usual that the most popular product from a brewery is their Schwarzer. The only other brewery that I can think of that I know is having one product which is their most popular one, which is a Schwarzer, is Kloster-Bräu, of course. I did review Märkischer Landmann Schwarzbier not so long ago on the channel also, which is owned by Berliner Kindle. But this is from Brandenburg state in north of Germany. I don't remember if I had a beer from the state Brandenburg before, but this is at least a brewery that is quite known among monastery breweries, I guess, and I've been looking forward to try this one. The brewery is giving a really nice impression to me. Always interesting with monastery breweries, in my opinion. They are really special regarding the history of the old history of the monasteries. Monks were the first ones to brew beer. They did it because of they wanted to stay not too hungry during the long Lent period, during which they weren't allowed to eat. So they have malt in their gardens and starting to brew this brew, which later became beer, and it was first they called it liquid bread, and to drink that didn't break the rules of the Lent period. So that's a short history of how beer started to be brewed. And Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu Schwarzer Abt is it called, their Schwarzbier, which looks like this. Their label, and here is the back label. Really looking nice, this bottle. Really giving a decent impression. Here's the cap also as well. Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu. And of course I'm gonna give you some information about this brewery, which I'm gonna read about. The Kloster-Brauerei Neuzelle GmbH is a brewery in Neuzelle. In its roots, it goes back to the brewery of the Neuzelle monastery founded in 1589. Bottom fermented specialties such as the Schwarzbräu, Schwarzer Abt, porter and fruit beers are mainly produced. Among their most normal beer styles, they do brew Neuzeller Bock and the Neuzeller Pils. I'm gonna try to achieve them in the future. At least there is a chance for me to get the Neuzeller Bock, as far as I know. With 43 employees in 2015, the brewery produces around 40,000 hectoliters of beer annually, of which around 5% are exported. The partners in is 2015, Helmut Fritsche. He runs the business together with Stefan Fritsche. The history goes back to 1416. It is noted in the files of the monastery that the farmers had to deliver 7 measurements of hops annually to the monastery as payment of interest. This is proof that beer with hops was brewed in Neuzelle at this early stage. However, the Neuzelle monks did not receive approval for commercial beer brewing until 1589, when Emperor Rudolf II allowed their beer to be sold in the surrounding area. In 1817, the secularization of the monastery and the brewery took place. The brewery burned down in a severe fire in 1892 and was rebuilt in 1902. The monastery brewery was expropriated in 1948 and transferred to public ownership. In 1968, the company name was changed to Neuzelle Brewery, After the fall of the wall, the brewery got its original name and was privatized again in 1992 as Kloster-Bräu Neuzelle GmbH. In the following period, there was a legal dispute over the product, the Black Abbot, which is this one, Schwarzer Abbot, because it did not meet the purity requirement to add bottom fermented beers with sugar. The recipe for the product, the Black Abbot, which also contains sugar, led to the Brandenburg Beer War, which made this black beer well known. The legal dispute over the admissibility of the designation beer between the state government of Brandenburg and the brewery was decided after 30 years of legal dispute by a judgment of the Federal Administrative Court in favor of the brewery. In 1996, the original Badebier was created together with the Landhotel Kummeroverhof, which is marketed as a wellness beer. The brewery held Bibulibus Day every year for Ascension Day for 22 years. This was put an end to in 2016, and instead the monastery market was introduced on May 5th, which repeats itself annually. That's some history about this brewery. Of course, there's more history to read about it on their website, which are linked in the description box below, of course, as always. But now over to the tasting part of Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu Schwarzer, the Schwarzbier from monastery Neuzelle, and looks real nice impression to me. I know that the Pils is having a white label, the Bock is having a green label, there is another one that is having a red label, which having a fruity taste, I believe. Jedes Bier ein Original seit 1589, Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu, das Schwarzbier. Neuzelle GmbH, Klosterbrauerei in Neuzelle. Zutaten: Schwarzbier, Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, Invert, Zucker, Sirup. That's the first time I've ever seen that on a German beer, I believe, regarding the ingredients. Alcohol content 3.9% volume, so that might also be the lowest that I've seen. I don't know why it's below 4.0, quite unexpected. Online Biershop, Versand kostenfrei, klosterbrauerei.com. That's what I will link to in the description box below. I should say that I didn't find much history there. I did only find possibility to buy beer, but I linked to it in the anyway. And of course, here's the monk. I always enjoy when there's a monk on the label. Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu, jedes Bier ein Original, Schwarzer Abbot, das älteste und bekannteste unserer Schwarzbiere mit internationalen Bedeutung, doch ist nicht mehr allein. Die schwarze Äbtin steht ihm als eindrucksvolles Geschmackerlebnis zur Seite. Klosterbrauerei.com, einzigartige Biere genießen und Versand kostenfrei bestellen. Okay, that's about it regarding this one. Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu Schwarzer Abbot. Really nice impression. And finally, over to the tasting part of this one is Schwarzbier from this brewery. So let's open this one up and find out if I manage to taste that it's less alcohol content than it normally is. Looking nice, much foam there because of the bottle shape, creating this much foam while pouring it up. Very typical for the style regarding the color and regarding the color of the foam also as well. Very dark, amber if I look it to the light, thick, white crown, which always is important to build up despite beer style, gives the right taste in the glass. So always build up that and maintain it all the way through. I always enjoy to have a Schwarzbier. Honestly, it's a beer style that has been growing a lot to me. traditional German beer styles, as you know, Dunkels and dark beers was popular, or was the only beer style that existed far before the pale beer styles was started to be brewed, and after that became more popular. So nowadays the Dunkels aren't the most sold beer style in Germany, but still I enjoy them very much. Anyway, the roasted maltiness, full body of this dark beers is something really special in my opinion. And look how beautiful this is looking. Really great with the big white crown. This is how it should look, in my opinion. German style, big white foreman. Fantastic. I just need to get the aroma. Really nice. Roasted maltiness, really obvious. Dark chocolate coffee aroma also really interesting, this one. I guess it's gonna be a great Schwarzbier. So let's taste it while it's a big foamed German style Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu Schwarzer Abend Schwarzbier. Prost! Really nice. First thing, really easy to feel that it's lower in alcohol content comparing to the normal 5.0. So 3.9 in this one, really obvious to feel that. Regarding the taste, very sweet in the aftertaste in my opinion. Have a very obvious to me caramel flavor that is something different comparing to other more maybe darker Schwarzbiers that I've been trying regarding their taste, and also Altbiers is also having a little bit darker taste, but yeah, and some Dunkel Landbiers also as well. But this one is easy to drink. Hard to describe it. Very interesting caramel aftertaste, I would say, in this one, in this Schwarzbier. But the thing that stands out for me is how less I feel the alcohol content that is so low in this beer. 3.9 only, and it's not labeled as a leicht or something like that. It's their main product, and still it's something that I'm reacting to, that it's not 5.0, but it's far less than that. But yeah, this is not a bad Schwarzbier. It's just special in its taste. So really, if you're into Schwarzbiers, or if you don't just want to try different German beers, this is something that I recommend you to try, because the experience is different comparing to many other Schwarzbiers, in my opinion. See, still also compact white foamed, which is of course positive quality sign. Yeah, it's really easy to drink. No alcohol feeling at all in the taste, I would say. Just really easy to drink. This one, sweet in its flavor, in my opinion. So you have this chocolate, coffee, caramel flavor in it, which, as I said before, is more obvious comparing to the darker Schwarzbiers in the taste that I have had before. This one is to me more sweet in the flavor. Maybe not something that I prefer regarding the Köstritzer, for example. But of course, interesting to try. And I guess that's because they've been adding sugar to it. Not something that I stand behind, since I embody the purity law and think it should be followed, but the sugar taste is obvious. Is it something that I like? Probably no, but still interesting experience, and something that should be tried here on the channel, since it's from a big brewery, I would say, and it's their main product, and it's a Schwarzbier. Always interesting to try different German Schwarzbiers, and a historical brewery as well, traditional one. So of course it fits here on the channel, even though it might be not my favorite among the beers that I've tried, to be honest. And that's because of the ingredient list. I'm not familiar with beers that is that obvious in their taste of sugar. Not really positive about that. But that's it for this time. The Neuzeller Kloster-Bräu Schwarzer Abt Schwarzbier. Disappointed or not, hard to say, but it wasn't really my style regarding this big sweetness that it had. Not something that I like, to be honest. But I really look forward to try other beers from this brewery in the future. Of course, I know that the Pils, and I love Pils, so I hope to get the chance to try that also in the future. Anyway, hope you like this, that you've been liking this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and hope I see you again in next German beer review.